Is going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are back for episode something. I forget off the top of my head. But we're back. We are back for another episode of the Carolina Panthers Madden 20 franchise, where our first year we won the Super Bowl. Year 2, we're looking at re-signing some people. Now, we did re-sign Cam Newton. But again, he might get traded. Now, see, here's the problem going forward, is that we don't have very much cap space. And if we wanted to offer Olsen something that's going to save us money, we'd have to offer him something for the long term. And the best offer we could give him would be a 5-year deal. And I don't plan on keeping Greg Olsen for 5 years. And, looking at the fact that we have Jeremy Sprinkle, who's already a vertical threat, and he's only 26, and he has pretty much very solid, backup stats to be moving forward as a younger player who we have years to develop. Same thing with Eric Berry. I mean, Eric Berry, yes, he's slowly declining. Yes, he has solid development, and his speed's slowly going down. His coverage, his zone coverage is getting worse. His man coverage is garbage, so we moved him to safety. His hit power's still up there. His pursuit's up there. His awareness is still up there. But I don't know if I'm going to offer him a contract after this season. And if we do, it'll be for another 1-year contract. So we'll see. Like I said, Curtis Samuel, we're definitely re-signing for a 6-year contract to get him more involved. Arma is probably going to be probably not going to be too worried about a 4-year contract. We'll see where that puts us. Tyler Larson, we're probably going to let go, and then Jeremy Sprinkle we're going to re-sign. So Greg Olsen and Eric Berry, I might not hold on to. They might get let go. So we'll find out. We'll see where that's at going forward. Now, I tried to stream this about a week, almost 2 weeks ago. I had a bunch of stuff going on at work, so I haven't been able to stream. They've had me working a lot. I also had a couple of things going on as well in the personal life, so I was able to take care of that, and we are back. So and there might be some changes coming up soon. Might be able to get that face cam involved sooner rather than later, and I'm probably going to be getting the screen cap software sooner also rather than later. So we'll figure that out going forward. Like I said, tight end right now is going to be a priority. I don't really have a backup guy. I don't have anybody that I can really look at as being our next guy coming in. I mean, I haven't seen anybody. I mean, Ryan Worthington maybe. But other than that, I mean, I don't really. And those are all first-round picks. Again, like I said, so defensive tackle, we don't really need one, but left and right end, I don't know how long I'm going to keep Joe McCoy or Kawan Short. So we're going to take a look at them. Couple of busts. I can look at left outside linebacker, right outside linebackers, people that I can move down to that position. Oof. That's trash. That's not much better, but okay. So we have 7 points left that we're not going to be able to do. We lost our first game last week. So we lost the first game of the season. Our first loss of the season, sorry, is what I meant. Against the Falcons in a crazy game that ended in overtime. First drive of them for overtime is what beat us. So no undefeated season this season. Maybe next season. We'll see what we can do. But I'm excited. Like I said, the Cam Newton era almost ended. But we're going to try and keep the Cam Newton era going as long as I can. Now, if I do find a team that is in need of a quarterback, or after the season, if he doesn't gain... I mean, he's already superstar X Factor, so he's already leveling as best as he can, but it's his age. That's the issue. Oh, I'm sorry. We got silver on this one. We are going to do this the best that we can. Here we go. Oh, they changed my receivers again. I'll have to go fix that. They changed it up. I wanted, they keep pulling Des Bryant, unless I traded him, which I don't think I did. No, they just moved him to third. So that means I have to go change the depth chart. Oh well. I mean, he still gets XP for this. I'm just mad that they change him in the depth chart. They need to stop doing that. I don't know why they do that.
Ready.
Ah! Gotta do it again. I'm not gonna end with silver. All the silver ones we got from last year. There we go. We'll just dump it off. I might trade Dez. Well, Dez Bryant might get traded. I don't know yet. I'm very tempted because I have Curtis Samuel and I have DJ Moore, both players that could do it. But we also have Dez Bryant for another year. I think that possibly trading Dez Bryant would be a good move. We throw a pick right to Eric Berry, so I have to restart it. Linebacker, we're pretty much set for the next little bit. There we go, Greg Olsen. Like I said, I've been trying to trade Greg Olsen, Kawan Short, or Gerald McCoy, but there have just been no takers, younger receivers involved, and I think Dez Bryant to keep on the team as long as possible. There just is nowhere to go. They cover everybody. They go going for gold. We can skip. There we go. Ian Thomas has been playing very well this season, in my opinion. But I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be streaming again. Soon it'll be less just straight up recordings that I can sit down and I can put out. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. Again, we gotta retry it because he doesn't want to do what I want him to do. Okay, dump it. Alright, hold on. I gotta focus here. Fuck. That's so much focusing right there to throw him a pick. Try it again. Okay, there's the dump. Let's get it, come on. Here's Curtis Samuel making a nice catch. I really want to get Trent Taylor more involved. I would like to get Will Greer more involved, but like I said, Cam Newton, I'm gonna have him playing until he gets beat by our guy. There we go. Nice job, Ian Thomas. There's the gold. Cam Newton will be playing until Will Greer beats him out. So if Will Greer gets the amount of XP, or we draft a quarterback with hidden development, that's when that'll happen. And I think that Will Greer will do a great job for us. We do get to upgrade some players. DK Metcalf going to an 80 overall wide receiver. Keep boosting his deep threat. He's got star development. And then Brian Cox Jr. Gonna keep boosting that speed rusher. Get him even better and better and better. And he gets a speed upgrade. Moves him to 77 speed. Beautiful. Okay. Let me take a look at my roster. Because Dez Bryant is barely an 81. And then I already have multitudes of receivers that play much better than him. And yes, I love Dez Bryant. I love his spec catch. But DK has 90, and he could be the next Dez with much better speed. Trent Taylor and Riley Ridley both are going to get more reps as well. I would like to get Trevante Godfrey and DeAndrew White reps, but they're mostly kick and punt returners. I think that the best bet for us right now is to trade Dez Bryant. Is to find a team that needs a wide receiver like the Bills, who at wide receiver have Zay Jones and Cole Beasley and John Brown and Jermaine Kearse. Like they have a lot of older talent, and that's kind of seems to be their thing. D-tackle is something we need. They're also saying we need corners. I would love to take Mike Hilton or Levi Wallace or Trevante White They could afford to take Dez Bryant. Or Tre'Davious White would be great. Mike Hilton, I think, is their rookie, isn't he? No, he's been only for 4 years. Oh, he played for the, he's actually got really good man and zone coverage. His press could use some work, but he's a very good slot corner. Levi Wallace, 2 years out of Alabama. No development. Let's try and get Mike Hilton for him. And actually, we'll throw him. We will throw them. No, I'm not going to throw him Eric Berry because he's not a corner right now. They need a D tackle. That would free up a lot of cap space for them. We also need a right outside linebacker. We don't need any outside linebackers, actually. We don't need a fullback. They have Ed Oliver at D tackle, but they're not going to give him up. Especially with his development. He probably has, what, superstar development. He's fucking amazing. Shaq Lawson. And they have Yannick Ngakoue. Jeesh. I would like Yannick Ngakoue. That'd be great. We also have Shaq Lawson. I like Shaq Lawson, but he's not a scheme fit for us. I'll give you Dez Bryant for Mike Hilton. And they're not going to give me a first. No, they're not going to give me a second. Give me a fifth and a fourth. And I'll give you Dez. Nope, not interested. I don't think they're going to give me Mike Hilton. If they might give me Levi Wallace, but if I go for Levi, I'm going to ask for picks. If they give me Mike Hilton, I'll take it. One-on-one. Nope, they don't want that. I guess they'll take, I guess we'll take Levi. He can help us. So if we're going to take Levi, I'm going to want, let's do a fifth and a sixth. We'll work on my late round draft picks. Beautiful. So for Dez Bryant, we get Levi Wallace and 2 draft picks in this upcoming draft, which helps us a lot. So that means that DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and DK Metcalf all get to start. With Trent Taylor and Riley Ridley at my 4th and 5th, and Godfrey and DeAndrew White at the end. And then, of course, my tight ends are those 3. And I think that Greg Olsen we'll find a tight end in the free agency or in the draft, and we'll move forward with that. Let's go ahead and readjust the depth chart. And unfortunately, Dez Bryant has been our biggest trade up to this point. So I will end up having to change the name to Big Trade Made It or something. I could shop Cam Newton around. I mean, looking at his accuracy, I mean, he has much better throw power, slightly better short accuracy, much better medium, not much better deep. And his throw on the run is pretty close. Under pressure is not very good. His break sack is nowhere near. And his play action is nowhere near. So like I said, I kind of want to wait another year until he develops a little bit more. But like I said, so let's take a look at the depth chart that I was just in. And we'll make sure that everybody's the way that they need to be. Jordan Scarlett and Bryce Love with Elijah Holyfield. Wide receiver, DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, DK Metcalf, Trent Taylor, and Riley Ridley. Tight end, Ian Thomas, Greg Olsen, and Jeremy Sprinkle. Since this is going to be Greg Olsen's last year, we're going to go ahead and give him the start. Let Ian Thomas come in at the backup. Taylor Moton doing a nice job. Same thing. Our whole offensive line is doing a pretty solid job, to be completely honest. Kawan Short starting left end with Vernon Butler backing him up. Starting right end is Joe McCoy being backed up by Kerry Jackson. I don't think I have any other ones. D tackles are Luke Stamey, Richard Vasher, and Denario Red. Brian Burns is, of course, backed up by Brian Cox. Middle linebacker is Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thompson, Jermaine Carter. Right outside linebacker, Shaquem Griffin and Christian Miller. Corners are Dante Jackson, James Bradbury, Greedy Williams, Levi Wallace, and Greg Stroman. Which means that, Byron Murphy, I forgot he got hurt. And we have Aaron Bowers. That works for me because Levi Wallace comes in and gives us a little bit more support, especially when Byron Murphy comes back. That means that, Aaron Bowers, I can move back to the practice squad and figure something out. Free safety, of course, Trey Boston. And then strong safety, Eric Berry, who we may re-sign for another year until we find a strong safety that fits him, if he still has the same, if his regression isn't too bad. But without further ado, let's hop into this game and get this game underway. Sunday night prime time matchup. We're going to rock some dope unis. Let's do some alternate unis. So that's their home option. That's their away option. I like that. I like that. Let's do it. That's going to be dope. So I don't know how much time we have or how long it'll take, but I think we're good. We should have about an hour, almost 2 hours. But we're only going to do one, so hopefully it doesn't take forever. Ladies and gentlemen, EA Sports presents Madden NFL 20. Detroit Lions going to Carolina in this Sunday night prime time matchup with the Panthers. America Stadium. This is about to get underway. This is going to be hype. And the cool thing about game capture software when I get it, and when I get that situated, is that I can institute my own music. I can institute, dude. We can jam out. It's going to be dope. Went up against one of the better quarterbacks in the league with the strongest arms in the league. We are going in this after a big loss, hoping to make a comeback, hoping to get a win, bring us back. There's Eric Berry. His guy's been through so much, and he's played so well. Playing for the Panthers, playing just like he's younger. And he's in contract talks right now. He's one of the team captains. We'll find out how much longer he can play. And if we decide to re-sign him for a year. Worst comes to worst is we let him go to free agency, and we just re-sign him in the offseason as a free agent for a much cheaper contract than signing him for a big one. Last week, Kenny Golladay had 7 receptions, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns, and his longest is a very nice 69 yards. Here's Matt Patricia, former coordinator for the New England Patriots, as the Panthers are going to be returning to start this game. And the kick is off, and DeAndrew White is back to return, and he's going to bring it out. And he's got open space and almost breaks a tackle there, brings it down to the 31-yard line. DeAndrew White, one of the most dangerous kick returns in the league. Now it's going to come this dangerous offense that just traded Des Bryant. 1,051 yards, 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Cam Newton, who just re-signed a new contract extension, putting him on the team for another 3 years. We'll find out if it was worth it. So coming out in the pistol, Jordan Scarlett in the backfield, 2 tight ends to the right. Being moved back to starter is Greg Olsen. And Cam Newton gets wrapped up by Darius Slay as they try to run the read option. 15th tackle for Darius Slay this season. Cam Newton, nowhere to go on that one. In the backfield is Bryce Love. Here we go, handoff to Bryce. And he's going to break through a tackle, pick up a gain of 12 on his first carry. Nice job, Bryce Love, to move the chains. Good job. 3rd and 2 on the first drive for the Panthers. Cam Newton in the gun, Jordan Scarlett to his right. And Cam Newton running the read option. He's got space. He gets a block. Cam Newton off to the races, and he gets tackled out of bounds at the 18-yard line by Darius Slay. And a big run on 3rd and short by Cam Newton. He re-signed that contract, and he's showing he is just as dangerous as anybody on the field. He can play just like he did when he first came in as a rookie, sprinting for a huge gain down to the 18.
Get ready.
Scarlett in the backfield in the I formation as he hands off. That's Armo leading the way, and he's going to pick up a gain of 2. Here's a look at your Carolina Panthers offense. Offensive line, pretty solid. One of the best in the league. And your backs and receivers, no more Dez Bryant. DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel getting the looks now. Replace Dez Bryant. Counter play for Bryce Love. Bouncing to the outside and gets wrapped up by number 27 and number 47. His second carry moves the chains. That's Tracy Walker. Coming out under center in the I formation. 2 tight ends to the right side. And it's a toss. Getting the block, and Slay there to make another tackle. Another tackle for a loss for Darius Slay. Big play Slay, making plays all day. Cam Newton coming out in the gun. Bryce Love to his right. Slot right is Greg Olsen. Slot left, it's Trent Taylor. Cam Newton feels the pressure, and he's going to go down for a sack. Trey Flowers, the former New England Patriot, gets the first sack of the game. Coming out here, sending Samuel deep. He's throwing a laser, and Curtis Samuel waltzes into the end zone. They left him unguarded, and Cam Newton saw that. And he immediately throws the quick hot read right over top of the linebacker. Almost, there was no one to cover him. They tried to have a safety over top. Curtis Samuel making big plays already. Graham Gano's extra point with the snap down by Will Greer is up and good as Carolina takes the lead with a touchdown to start their first drive. And out is going to be coming Matthew Stafford, the man from Georgia. Played with A.J. Green as Michael Pilardi kicks us off here. Back to return number 22, I believe Adrian Phillips. There's going to be no return for him. We're going to get a look at the Lions coming out on offense now, led out by Matthew Stafford, who has 1,100, almost 1,200 passing yards, 8 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He's having a very good season so far, taking his team to 3-1. And we'll see if they can extend it to 4-1 after this game. We'll see if they can knock off the Panthers and keep the Panthers on a losing streak here. And it's a quick RPO, and immediately met and wrapped up by Dante Jackson. He was the best cornerback last year and led the league in interceptions last year. Brings up a 2nd and 15. Stafford comes out in the gun, drops back. He lets it loose and fires the cannon to Galladay, and Dante Jackson there to wrap him up and lock him up. Here's a look at the Lions' offense. Very good offensive line as they've been getting better and better. Taylor Decker, one of the highlights. Their backs and receivers, Tevin Coleman and Kerryon Johnson, are the highlighted backs, with Marvin Jones and Kenny Galladay really breaking out with the leaving of Golden Tate. Firing outside, and he makes the catch to Marvin Jones, brings up a 4th and 1. Nice job by James Bradbury there after the catch, after the 14-yard reception. And he wraps him up right in front of the sticks. DeAndrew White back to return now. He's got multiple kick return touchdowns this season. Can he get a punt return touchdown? That's the biggest question. That's a bigger question as he tries to break it loose and wrapped up by number 44. That's Reeves Maben to bring him down at the 24-yard line. Now it's going to come Cam Newton, who's already had a big play earlier as he broke off on the read option and ripped this defense up. So coming out here in under center, 2 tight ends to the right side, Jordan Scarlett in the backfield. He's got Curtis Samuel and DJ Moore to his left. And it looks like it's going to be a play-action play here. And he's going to go down for a sack. Trey Flowers, number 2, on the day as they try to run the play-action. Not fooled. Trey Flowers comes out and lets him know that he knows. You're not fooling me with no play-action. Cam Newton in the pistol. Here's Jordan Scarlett out of the backfield. He's going to run. He's going to cut inside and pick up a solid gain. Moving the chains down about 8. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12 for the Panthers. DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel on the outside. We're looking for Greg Olsen over the middle. Cam Newton. He's firing this one deep, and it's tipped and picked by number 47. He's down the sideline, down to the 40, and he's going to get met and wrapped up by the offensive lineman. That's Tracy Walker with the interception off the tip and pick. Matt Stafford coming out under center, and he's going to dump off to number 18, who's being chased down and wrapped up by Trey Boston. That's Josh Doxson, the former Redskins first-round pick. Coming out under center, 3 tight ends to the right side. Cam Newton is having a little bit of a turnover problem this season, like he did last season. Wrapped up immediately by Gerald McCoy is Tevin Coleman, the former Atlanta Falcon. Here's a look at the Panthers' defense. Luke Stamey, Gerald McCoy, and Kawan Short showing up that D-line. Your linebackers solidified by Luke Kuechly in the middle. And then Dante Jackson, Eric Berry moving to safety, James Bradbury, and Trey Boston. Brings up a 2nd and 7 at the 37 with 4:34 left in the first quarter. Matt Stafford in the gun with TJ Hawkinson, but that's a sack coming from Brian Burns. He gets back there. He was our star-studded rookie last year who racked up almost 15 sacks. I believe his final total was 14. He comes in and wraps him up. You got to be careful, and they left him unblocked as he comes streaming through to wrap up the quarterback. Nice job, Brian Burns. Really excited to see his career progress. Coming out running a screen, a quick dump off. This is to Coleman, who's wrapped up by Berry. Nice job, Eric Berry, playing a very good coverage game there. Locks him up on the reception. 4th and 15 at the 46. Are they going to punt or are they going to field goal it? That sack really helped us out, and they are going to be punting it. Here is Sam Martin in the back to punt. It's up. Looks like it's heading towards the sideline. And no return for DeAndrew White. Brings it out to the 17-yard line. 3 yards shy where they would have been had it been a fair catch. Cam Newton is 1 for 2. 15 yards passing. And he has a touchdown. He's coming out in the gun. 17-yard line for Cam Newton. He is looking, he's firing, and Darius Slay there to break it up. Almost tipped and picked again. Intended for Curtis Samuel that time. Here's a look at the defense for the Lions. Damon Harrison, Deshaun Hand, and Trey Flowers on that D-line. Jared Davis, Matt Longacre, Devon Kennard, and Jelini Tavai. Darius Slay, Justin Coleman, Tracy Walker, and Quandre Diggs. Very, very talented defensive squad we're going up against. Under center, Scarlett in the backfield as Greg Olsen steps up. He steps down, and bouncing outside is Jordan Scarlett. He has speed. He's going to try and stiff arm number 27. Brings it out 44-yard total on that carry. Picks up about a gain of at least a run of 20 or more. Jordan Scarlett doing a nice job on that run. Beautiful blocking. Here we go, Cam Newton going under center. He motions Trent Taylor, and this is on the jet sweep. No luck, loss of 3. Didn't cut up inside like he should have. Nice job by number 96, Matt Longacre. Here we go, Scarlett in the backfield once again. Handoff to Scarlett, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No yards positive on that one. Cam Newton coming out 3rd and 12, looking for a first here. Beating a first. Rolling out for Cam Newton. He fires, and out of bounds. He throws it incomplete. Greg Olsen not ready. Brings up a 4th and 12. A 64-yard field goal for the NFL's longest field goal holder with a 67-yarder. And the 64-yarder is good for Graham Gano. He kicked a 67-yarder earlier this year. This guy is insane. He's the NFL's longest field goal kicker. He kicked a 67-yard field goal at one point. Of course, in the game, not in real life.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So the Lions come out looking to try and do something. They haven't been offensively productive other than moving the ball down the field. And it looks like it's going to be a false start on the offense.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Excuse me. It's going to be on TJ Hawkinson.
Let's go, D.
And it's play action wrapped up in sack, but that's a face mask by Shaquem Griffin, who came in screaming, trying to get another sack, but a 15-yard face mask penalty will move him forward 15 yards. Excuse me. Stafford firing outside and covered by Shaq Thompson. Makes it a 2nd and 10. Hawkinson tight end to the left, and Stafford RPO, and wrapped up immediately Marvin Jones by Greedy Williams and Dante Jackson and James Bradbury. In the gun for Stafford, 3rd and 11, looking for a first. Dumps it off, and that's to Tevin Coleman, who picks up a first down. Breaks through a tackle, moves it down to the 50-yard line. Nice job, Tevin Coleman. Moves the chains, former Atlanta Falcon. Making big plays. Nice job. Now 3 tight ends as he's under center, and it's going to be play action. Looking deep, he dumps it off, incomplete, intended for number 80. I believe that's Roberts, Michael Roberts. Lions needing to move the ball downfield more. He motions Galladay to the left. Slot Doxson. He's firing, that's to Marvin Jones, and Marvin Jones wrapped up by Greedy Williams and Trey Boston. Under center for Stafford, feels the pressure, dumps off to Hawkinson. Sorry, not Hawkinson. That's Jesse James who made that catch. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end the first quarter of play as the Panthers lead by 10. No turnovers for the Lions. Cam Newton's already thrown a pick. First quarter. Under center for Matt Stafford. Hawkinson to the right. Dropping back. Has all day to throw. He fires this one out of bounds. Intended, looks like for Galladay that time. Stafford stepping back in the gun. Tevin Coleman to his right. Tight end right is Hawkinson. Dumps off to Galladay, and he moves the chains down to the 23-yard line. Stafford trying to get his team in position to score. 2 tight ends to the right side. To counter for Coleman, and Coleman wrapped up by Kuechly down to the 20-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 7 this time. Three tight ends in the game. Hand off to Kerryon Johnson, who breaks a tackle, wrapped up there by Kawan Shorts. Doing a nice job. Empty set for Stafford. He fires. Intercepted by Dante Jackson. And he tried to break away. He would have had a pick six had he broken away. Dante Jackson, just interceptions all over the place for Dante. He plays tremendously. Nice job, Dante Jackson. Bryce Love in the backfield, gets a block, feels the pressure, he breaks away. Bryce Love in open field. The 40, the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Bryce Love. A 94-yard touchdown run. He breaks away, and number 24, I believe Nevin Lawson, could not catch up. Bryce Love, the former Stanford man, teammate of former Carolina Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey, he gives the lead and the longest play of the year for the Panthers. 94 yards. Bryce Love put an exclamation point as he broke away. Adrian Phillips back to return number 22. He's going to bring it out just shy of the 25, down to the 23-yard line. A 21-yard return. Stafford coming out in the gun again. Hawkinson to his left. He fires over the middle, and that's incomplete, intended for Doxson that time. Coming out, two tight ends to the right side, and he's got Galladay and Jones to his left. He motions Galladay, and wrapped up immediately by James Bradbury. Tevin Coleman as they tried to run it outside. No luck, they're not falling for it. Oh, false start by the left tackle that time. Oh no, they're going to call it a neutral zone infraction by Kawan Short. So here we go. That's a move the chains down 5 yards. 3rd and 7 now for the Lions, needing to move the chains. Looking for a first down as he fires over the middle and finds the first down to Kenny Galladay. Nice job, Stafford to Galladay. Kenny Galladay having a very good season so far from what I've seen.
Push him back. Push him back.
Here we go. Handoff. Coleman met and wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. No luck for him. Kawan Short and Luke Staney there to meet him at the line. Hawkinson to the right side. Stafford fires and catches Galladay. Dante Jackson in the area. Eric Berry there to wrap up on the tackle. Nice pass right over the head of Jackson. Jackson unable to jump up and pick it. Caught him a little off guard. Just right high enough. And a big hit, and that's a fumble. Scooped up by Trey Boston. So the big play gives us the ball back at the 20. And that is Josh Doxson who made the catch and fumble. Here we go. Here's Cam Newton under center. 20-yard line. Play action. He's looking. Feeling the pressure. Throwing it away as he gets out of the pocket. He is 1 for 5. Cam Newton not having a very good passing day today. Here we go. Comes out in the gun for Cam Newton. Drops back. He's looking. He's firing outside. That's DJ Moore who makes a nice catch. Good pitch and catch for Cam Newton. Jordan Scarlett coming out. Under center. It's a solid run. Damon Harrison to wrap him up. Snacks. Getting a snack. Eating up the running back. Cam Newton comes out 2nd and 3. He drops back. He dumps off. Greg Olsen stopped short of the first. Called a 3rd and 1 now. We're looking for Jordan Scarlett out of the backfield here, looking for the first down. Here's Ian Thomas in motion. Looking for a good block. Bouncing outside. Scarlett cuts up inside. Gets wrapped up there by number 28, Tracy Walker. Quandre Diggs, as Scarlett picks up the first. Coming out in the pistol. Here's Jordan Scarlett in the backfield. It's another handoff to Scarlett, who's met and wrapped up by number 42. No luck there as he loses a yard. Nice job by number 42. Here is Bryce Love Coming out in the pistol this time. For power and a pull and a trap block, and he's met in the backfield again by number 42, Kennard. Wrapping him up, brings up 3rd and 15. Devon Kennard. Here we go. Here's Cam Newton. In the gun. Bryce Love to his right. He's dropping back. 4-man rush. He's going deep. This is intended for Curtis Samuel, who can't hold on to it. Darius Slay punches out the catch. Curtis Samuel, got to be a little bit stronger than that, buddy. And this is going to call on Michael Palardi's first punt. The punt is up. And it looks like it's going to be in the end zone. No luck to tup it short. Palardi, a nice punt, though, tipping it right at the end zone. He's got a little bit to work on. Stafford coming out under center. One tight end, that's Hawkinson. Offset to the right-hand side. Hand off to Coleman, who's wrapped up by Kuechly. Back to the line of scrimmage. Two tight ends to the right side for the Lions. As Matthew Stafford fires one incomplete. Intended that time for number 83, Jesse James. Brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Lions. As Stafford, the strong arm man from Georgia, is looking to let loose the cannon here on this screen. He dumps it off to Coleman, who's wrapped up immediately by Eric Berry. He brings up a 4th and 16 on another unsuccessful drive. Here's DeAndrew White back to return. 3 minutes left in the second as Sam Martin puts it way back. What a punt. He's going to bring it out, and he's going to get wrapped up at the 36. Tried to make something happen, no luck. Here's Bryce Love coming out of the backfield this time. Handoff. Bryce Love gets good blocks. He cuts up, and he's going to get wrapped up shy of the first. 5 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown for Bryce. Brings up a 2nd and 1. Arma in the game at fullback, and here's Scarlett out of the backfield. He's going to pick up a first down. Nice job, Jordan Scarlett. No touchdowns for Jordan. Brings up a 1st and 10 with 2-minute warning approaching as Scarlett gets wrapped up as the 2-minute warning hits. 17-0. This came coming out 2nd and 7. Another gun drops back. He's looking, firing, and that's to Bryce Love, who makes a nice catch. Quandre Diggs to make the tackle. Bryce Love to his right. Love is on fire today. It's a draw play for Bryce Love, who gets a carry and wrapped up there by number 34, Parks, Will Parks. Coming up. He's looking, firing, and that's to Trent Taylor, who can't hold on. Brings up a 3rd down and 9. Love getting a lot of looks right now. I haven't really been handing it off to Jordan Scarlett so much. Jumping off to Love. He gets a block. Bryce Love picks up a first down. Nice job. .49 seconds left. Cam Newton drops back. He fires. This is to Samuel. Curtis Samuel moves the chains down to the 4-yard line. 26 seconds left. And he fires it almost intercepted, intended that time for DK Metcalf. Metcalf in the slot. Looking to get Metcalf a touchdown. Dropping back, DK fires it! Not able to hold on. Brings up 3rd and goal. They are intentionally targeting DK Metcalf, but he's not going to be making a catch this time. Cam Newton in the gun, dropping back. He's firing this one. That's Trent Taylor, who makes another touchdown grab. Trent Taylor coming out in the slot. Greg Olsen wrapping him up. That's his first receiving touchdown today. That gives the Panthers a 23. Hold it. A 24-point lead. 24-0 as Carolina takes the lead with 14 seconds left in the first half of play. Now going forward, no, I'm still going to have to keep Cam Newton as my starter. So we're going to keep Cam Newton starting until he goes down enough to where I can have Will Grier start easily. And that's when things will be getting interesting. Seeing Will Grier's career pan out. Two tight ends to the right side, hand off to Coleman, and Kuechly there to wrap him up. And that's going to bring up the end of the first half of play. We're going to take a look at some of the halftime stats and some of the games going on around the league. So a very productive first half for the Panthers, not so much for the Lions. Lions struggling quite a bit. Which hopefully doesn't turn out to be an issue for them. Here's a look around the league at some of the games going on. Here is a division rival, and that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the New York Giants, and the Bucs are 5-1, led by Jameis Winston's 3 touchdowns. 31-10 there. Colts playing in Cleveland as Baker Mayfield beat the Colts 32-25. Browns go to 4-2. Baker Mayfield 4 touchdowns, only 1 interception. And here's a look at the other games around the league and the scores. So let's find the Falcons. Lost to the Seahawks 23-35. So as you saw the scores of some of the other games around the league. Bryce Love with a 94-yard touchdown run earlier. That is, I believe, franchise record for longest touchdown run. As well as, that's a career record for him. The Panthers and Cam Newton and company are doing their best, and they have the lead easily by multiple scores. 4-score lead, as Mike Pilardi sends it to Adrian Phillips back to return. He takes it out just shy of the 5. He's running, and he's going to get wrapped up there by, looks like, number 30. No, number 80, Ian Thomas. Wrapping him up at the 24-yard line. This Panthers' devastating defense is going to come out and hopefully stop the Lions' drive. 3 tight ends. It's a handoff, and that is Tevin Coleman getting wrapped up by Kawan Short. No luck by Tevin Coleman this time. Second tackle for a loss for Kawan Short. Stafford looking to make something happen as Coleman is doing his best that he can, as Stafford finds a way to make his man Hawkinson involved, gets him involved with a nice catch, moves the chains. First down for the Lions. First reception for Hawkinson. Here's a look at Stafford in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield. Plenty of time, and he's sacked once again by Brian Burns. Can't hold him forever. Brian Burns will find a way. He gets another sack. That is Brian Burns' 3rd sack of the season. Hopefully he keeps it up. We want him to have double digits on the season this season. 2nd and 18. Play action. Brian Burns gets a 3rd one. Back-to-back sacks. Brian Burns. He's trying to get all 10 in one game. That is 3 sacks for Brian Burns today. Play action rollout. Play action roll sack. He came right away. Forced a 9-yard loss. Nice job, Brian. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 27. Third and forever. Lions need a big play here. Looking for the screen. Dumping off to Coleman. And he picks up a big chunk of it. Moves him to a 4th and 12, and that's going to call upon a Sam Martin punt to DeAndrew White. So he boots this one away. And this is going to be out of bounds at the 3. What a pin. Sam Martin pins him inside the 5 at the 3. They have to make a big play here. They have to move very quickly. Here we go, looking to run it with Jordan Scarlett, our best running back. Here we go, bouncing outside for Scarlett, and he gets tripped up by Darius Slay. Gain of 5, called a gain of 6. Scarlett almost broke that one for a big run. It's a handoff, and he's going to get met and wrapped up. Looks like he might lose a yard on that one. Makes it 3rd and 4. Coming out in the gun for Cam Newton. Bryce Love to his right. Samuel to the left. Drops back. He's looking. Cam Newton feels the pressure, and he's going to scramble forward and slide down for a first down. 3 carries, 48 yards for Cam Newton. Coming out under center. 2 tight ends offset for Cam as he has Greg Olsen stand up, step down, gets a block as Scarlett flat on his way forward, trying to get 100 yards on the day as he has 13 carries for 80. Bryce Love is going to be getting this carry here. Going to be led by Greg Olsen. It's a counterplay for Bryce. Bryce Love breaking outside, cuts up inside, wrapped up by 96 Longacre. 7 carries, 134 yards for Bryce Love today. Bryce Love outside. He's going to spin and cut up, and he's going to pick up a gain of about 10. Moves the chains. Nice job. 5 yards after contact for Bryce Love. Here is Jordan Scarlett in the backfield this time. 3 tight ends to the right side. And they do get a double block, and Jordan Scarlett trying to pick up what he can. Picks up a gain of 5. Moves it to a 2nd and 6. Scarlett still needs a touchdown. He's going to carry, and he's going to move the chains. A face mask penalty by the linebacker.
Face mask. Defense.
By Jelani Tavai. We'll move us down to the 30-yard line. Let's try the triple option this time. So we read him. Makes a man miss, and Jordan Scarlett off to the races. And he's going to score from 30 yards out on the triple option. Jordan Scarlett gets 100 yards and 5 touchdowns this season so far. A nice block by Cam Newton. The triple option worked to perfection that time. Nice job by Cam Newton. And a beautiful move from Jordan Scarlett. We're going to watch this one more time, and Marvin Jones is not having it. He is infuriated. He is infuriated. A 30-yard run on this triple option. So watch this. So we read Devon Kennard, who's watching Alex Arma. He takes Arma, which means we keep it, and then that's Jared Davis. Excuse me. I pitch it as Cam Newton gets hit, shoves off, runs off the hit. Scarlett cuts up inside, and Cam Newton lays a nice block right there. Good shove, and then he continues to block him as Cam Newton, just look at him blocking him. Cam Newton putting him on his feet. He's moving him back. The strength of Cam Newton. And Jordan Scarlett just uses that pure straight line speed and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, well deserved. Nice job. So Gano's extra point is up, and it'll be good. 31-0 as the Panthers are blowing out the Lions in this devastating win that they're going to have. Lions are not going to come back. I understand they have Matt Stafford and the comeback kid, but I am telling you right now, 31 points, and the way that the Lions have been playing, they need a lot of miracles to happen right now. They need one-play touchdowns for the next 5 possessions. I just don't foresee that happening. Stafford coming out under center, and 1 tight end to the left. It's going to be a play action here for Stafford. He's firing outside and knocked away by Bradbury, that time intended for Josh Doctson. Still no points on the board for Detroit. They just need some points. That's all they're trying to get. They're going to motion. It's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be Tevin Coleman, who's going to get lifted up by Luke Kuechly. He is not having a very good day on the ground. 8 carries for 3 yards. 3rd tackle for loss from Kuechly. Third and 11 in the gun. Firing this one way deep. Incomplete for Matt Stafford. Well, where he was trying to throw that one, trying to throw it in the direction of Dante Jackson. Sam Martin out to punt. He's going to try and pin him again. Not like it really worked last time. He's putting all of it into it as they're going to take it out from the 5. He's going to come out right, and he's going to get brought down at the 23, shy of the 25. DeAndrew White trying to do what he could, but wasn't able to do much. Look for Jordan Scarlett. He's looking to pick up even more yards on the ground. He's trying to get that 1,000-yard mark again. If he could hit 2,000 yards again, he'd be even happier. 17 carries, 123 yards for him again. Now we're going to look for read option to Cam Newton. And they go with it. Cam Newton bouncing outside. He's going to plow his way out of bounds. Cam Newton, nice job. Good pickup, moves the chains. 4 carries, 60 yards. It's 15 yards a carry. Actually, I got to find out if I have a play action. I don't. I want this play action here. We're going to play action with Jordan Scarlett, because Jordan Scarlett is our number 1 running back. So play action here. Looking, feels the pressure. Steps up and lets it loose for Curtis Samuel. And it's intercepted by number 47 once again. 2 interceptions today.
Interception. Come on, guys. We got this.
For number 47. And that's Tracy Walker. He has 2 interceptions today. He is just killing that.
You better be afraid of me.
He tries to go deep for Curtis Samuel. And oh, look, here's Tevin Coleman with a big run, a gain of about 14. Call it a gain of 12 to move the chains. Nice job by Tevin Coleman. But the Lions secondary has swallowed up Cam Newton's passes. 2 interceptions for Tracy Walker. Kenny Golladay breaks off of a tackle, gets brought down by Greedy Williams and Shaq Thompson. Under center for Stafford. Hand off to Coleman, and he's going to get wrapped up. Brings up a 3rd and short. Called a 3rd and 1. Under center is Stafford. Hawkinson. Hand off to Coleman, who picks up a first, but there's a flag on the play. Could be holding. And that it will be. Holding on the offense. And I'm going to accept that. That's going to make it a 3rd and 9. Dropping back for Stafford, looking for a first. He fires outside. Nice catch by Josh Doxson. Brought down by Kuechly. Moving the chains down to the 40-yard line. Nice job for Stafford there. 3 tight ends to the right side, and a first down for the Lions. Hand off to Coleman. And he's going to get wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10. Stafford, 5-step drop, fires outside, caught by Kenny Golladay, and Eric Berry and Chase. Golladay breaking away. He's got a touchdown. Kenny Golladay, 60 yards for a touchdown. What a big play for Kenny Golladay. Breaks off of the Dante Jackson tackle, and Eric Berry just not fast enough to wrap him up. Greedy Williams tried to chase him down. Golladay gets the first points on the board for the Lions. 21 seconds left in the 3rd as they finally get on board, and it is not going to be a blowout. So 7 points on the board for Detroit, 31 points for the Carolina Panthers as Detroit has 7. Here's Sam Martin to kick off. Back to return to Andrew White. Out of his own end zone. He tried to bounce it outside. Going to bring it outside the 25 to the 23. Jordan Scarlett is the single back. 2 tight ends and 2 receivers. Greg Olsen steps up, steps down, and he gets a block. And wrapped up for a loss of 2 is Jordan Scarlett. He has 18 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown today. And that's going to end the third quarter of play for both teams. Moving on to the final quarter. Panthers lead 31-7. They're well in control. Second and 13 now. And that is Damon Harrison to wrap him up. Snacks. Getting another snack. Third tackle, 3rd and 15.
Right to the 3. Here we go, D. Look at it. Come again.
And this time caught by Greg Olson. He went deep for it, and Greg Olson comes up with the veteran catch. 32-yard reception for Greg Olson. Cam Newton comes out under center. I formation, handoff to Scarlett, who's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and lose a yard. Makes it a 2nd and 9. Cam Newton hands off. Scarlett, counter run up the middle. Jared Davis to make the catch. 3rd and 5, Jordan Scarlett in the backfield. Looking to get a solid block from Matt Paranis right now. Which Damon Harrison just throws him off. Wrapped up by Devon Kennard. At the 42-yard line, moving the chains down, 4th and 2. Be a 59-yard field goal attempt for Graham Gano. Snap down from Will Greer, 59 yards. Too easy. That is nothing. That is his second make of 50-plus yards. The kickoff for Mike Pilardi is back for Adrian Phillips. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 25-yard line, looking to make something happen. Stafford fires. That's Hawkinson. 1st down. Called again at 15. Moves the chains down to the 40. Nice job for the Lions to move the chains. And that's an interception by Shaq Thompson. And looks like it's going to be a pick 6 for the linebacker. And he's in the end zone. Shaq Thompson, a 41-yard pick 6. As the Carolina Panthers keep dominating on defense. Graham Gano's extra point is good. 41-7. Almost 6 scores ahead. They actually lead by 5 scores.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
That's ridiculous. Empty set for Matt Stafford this time. He fires outside, caught by Marvin Jones. And will anyone catch him? I think Marvin Jones is going the distance. And too late for Dante Jackson. 75 yards. Marvin Jones gets his team back on the board again. Stafford showing off that impressive arm, and that was Levi Wallace on the coverage that time. James Bradbury coming on the heavy pressure here for the kickoff, and they lead by 4 scores now as the Lions are trying to form a comeback. Comeback Kid trying to do what he does, just come back from deficits. Here's DeAndrew White back to return. He's going to cut it outside and break off a 1. Face mask penalty that time.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Almost bounced off of some tacklers, and that's going to be on Amani Oruwariye. Moves us to the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
Automatic first down.
Scarlett is the single back this time.
Squeeze, double.
It's a handoff. Scarlett bouncing off of tackles. And he's going to pick up a first down. Gain of 13. 23 carries, 138 yards. averaging 6 yards a carry. Here's Cam Newton with Scarlett in the backfield. It's another handoff to him. Scarlett with a gain of about 5. Moves the chains down. Called a 2nd and 5. Bryce Love is the back this time.
Here we go.
Counter play, another handoff to Bryce. He's going to gain about 4. He's changed 3rd and 1. Cam Newton coming out under center. That's Greg Olsen making a nice catch, moving the chains 1st down. It's Cam Newton. Handoff to Scarlett once again. And he's going to get wrapped up by number 47, Tracy Walker. That's 2 tight ends with the fullback in the game as well. Handoff Scarlett. Scarlett wrapped up by Jared Davis. Brings up a 3rd and 8. Bryce Love is the back to the left. Play action. Fires. Samuel incomplete. Tried to make the catch. Curtis Samuel has to have some better hands than that. Now he's being targeted, just not coming up with the catches. And another kick here for Graham Gano. Full career snap down and good as Graham Gano makes a 44-14 lead. 30 points. 5 scores. In the gun for Stafford is Tevin Coleman to his left. Under pressure, quick dump off to Galladay and a big hit from Kuechly. Stafford really piling on the passing yards now. Stafford in the gun once again. Hawkinson to the right. Coleman to his left. Here's the pressure, dump off to Coleman, and the screen pass works to gain a gain of 10.
Come on, fellas.
In the gun for Stafford. Now the screen, and Kuechly comes in to lay the hit on Tevin Coleman. No luck, loss of 4 for Kuechly.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I got it.
And that's a pass completed outside to Marvin Jones. 3rd and 5 is the down and distance at the 49-yard line. 3:15 left to go. Quick pass, Marvin Jones makes the catch, bounces off of Trey Boston's tackle. Marvin Jones coming up with 6 receptions, 133 yards, and a touchdown today.
Check, watch 54, Stay with your man.
Stafford empties it out. Dumps off to Hawkinson. Eric Berry makes the tackle. Coming down from that strong safety position. And Dante Jackson coverage of number 87 as he makes the catch. That's Justin Watson making the tackle. 2-minute warning here for the Lions. They're down by 5 scores. I don't foresee the comeback happening today. He lets it loose and incomplete. Kuechly on the coverage of Hawkinson. And Greg Joseph on to kick a field goal here. And that's going to put him to 17 points. So the more points they have, the less embarrassing it is. 1:53 left. Sam Martin boots it deep. DeAndrew White will bring it out. He had a handful of blockers, brings out of the 31. Nice job, DeAndrew. A lot of handoffs to Scarlett and Love. Scarlett plowing his way forward for a gain of 3. We'll look for the read option this time. Pick up a nice carry there, but brings it back to the line of scrimmage. Cam Newton not able to do much. Here we go. Going to look for DJ Moore on this one. They're going to send 5. That's 1v1 on everybody. He's going deep. This is to DJ Moore. And tipped off the ground and complete. Cam Newton had a horrendous passing day today. Only 9 completed passes. That's going to be right in the end zone. Brings him out of the 20-yard line. With 48 seconds left, they're going to look to stretch the field. They're going to be looking to pass it as much as possible. Outside, Marvin Jones. Wrapped up by Bradbury and Jackson that time. That's a timeout by the Lions for some reason. They want to score one more time before the game ends. Empty set for Stafford. He goes right. And that's almost a Luke Kuechly sack. Good coverage, Dante Jackson on Galladay. Luke Kuechly's got to come in faster than that and get that sack. And the pressure, firing outside, knocked away. Nice job, Greedy Williams. Action, feels the pressure, and it's caught for a first down. There's the first time, or the second time out. They moved the chains. Looking to make it less embarrassing if they score. 14 seconds. Stafford screen pass. Dump off Coleman. There's a flag on the play. Holding on the offense. And they're going Hail Mary this time. Incomplete. Almost caught. And incomplete. And that's going to end the game. So, Panthers get the win after the loss. No question, it was no contest. Now, passing-wise, the Lions did much better, but Panthers came out on top of the victory. Curtis Samuel was targeted a handful of times. I might have to move him to my third receiver, give DK Metcalf that starting spot. So we had 96 passing yards, but 353 rushing yards. We averaged 7.2 yards per play. We had 3 takeaways. Here's a look at the stats here for the Panthers. Newton, horrendous QB rating. Scarlett, 27 carries, 148 yards, and a touchdown. Bryce Love had 9 carries for 148 yards and a touchdown. He had 16.4 yards per carry was average. Cam Newton went 5 for 60, no touchdowns. Receiving Olsen, 3 receptions, 36. Bryce Love, 2 for 27. Samuel, 2 for 33 and a touchdown. DJ Moore, 1 for 13, and Trent Taylor, 1 for 4 and a touchdown. Blocking, we only let up 2 sacks. Kuechly led with 9 solo tackles. Greedy Williams with 7 assisted. Kuechly with 10 total. 4 tackles for loss for Kuechly. 3 sacks for Brian Burns. A pick by Shaq and Dante. And a pick 6 for Shaq. Kicking, punting, no kick return touchdowns, no punt return touchdowns. Decent day. Got to work on the passing. Like I said, Cam Newton is more of a runner. I like to use his mobility. But we also have 2 very good running backs that I like to get involved as well. So we're trying to make sure that we get them involved. Very solid day. So we're going to go ahead and start with Levi Wallace, who had a decent day. He's got to do better. We're going to work on his zone here. Beautiful. Get his awareness to Sam Burns. Gets to work on that speed rusher. He's an 80 overall now. He's going to gain some nice stats as he upgrades. Jordan Scarlett gets to upgrade again as well. Elusive back. Nice job. Had a very good day. I'm going to keep progressing. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. So an important win. Nice job. Jumping ahead to the next week, just to take a quick look. No players of the week. We have trade offers for all 3. Let's take a look at those real quick. Again, just draft picks, and I might take that. I don't know yet. Going into the 2021 draft, we'll see. Can I look at my draft picks? I can. So we have it is the 2021 draft next year. So if I get 3... If I can get 3 2021 draft picks or multiple 2021s, so I'll take a second round, or that's another third round in the 2021. We get a 7th. That's actually not bad going to Tampa Bay. Sending Gerald McCoy backdoor. He started. Sorry about that. Got ESPN on my phone. We're going to do that. He has 71 sacks in his career, and he's 32. I feel like he's going to continue to decline. We do have players to replace him. So we're going to go ahead and move Gerald McCoy. We're going to trade him to Tampa Bay and take the draft picks. And they take it beautiful. And New York wants Kawan Short, and they're going to give us a 2021 7th, a 2020 2nd, 3rd, and 5th. I don't like that. I might move him to D tackle, his position, but keep him planted where he's at. Eric Berry, multiple teams on him. He has 18 interceptions. I'm going to keep him at strong safety till we get a replacement. And those are all 2022. We have 1 2021. That's another third round in the 2021. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and we're going to move Kawan Short to DT, but keep him at D end. Because his defensive tackle position grade makes him an 88, which means that he would be worth more to more teams. So we're going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and decline offers for him. I'm going to go ahead and decline offers for Eric Berry. We're going to go ahead and go to the roster. We're going to go to Eric Berry, wherever he's at, the 83 overall. We're going to go ahead and remove him from the trade block because I'm not trading him anymore. I just wanted to see what we could get for him. We're not really getting anything. Now, as an 88, people are going to want him more. His overall is going to be nicer. And then free agents, I'm just going to take a look if there's anybody worth re-signing. Yeah, a couple of running backs. Demarcus Robinson, Robert Foster would be nice. He's on our practice squad right now. Mike Ford. He's not bad. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my practice squad. Let me go ahead and fix the depth chart because we do have to fix that. It means Vernon Butler is going to get more reps. So depth chart, let's take a look. So Vernon Butler, so we finally get rid of Gerald McCoy. So slot corner is James Bradbury followed up by Greedy Williams, and then Levi Wallace will come in at third. Practice squad is Robert Foster, Terry Godwin, so nobody really that I can re-sign. I might re-sign Sean Morrell, but I doubt it. Or Andre Smith, I doubt it. None of the wide receivers I have interest in re-signing. Quarterbacks are good. We're going to go backwards, sorry. Sub linebacker, of course, Kuechly, Thompson, Jermaine Carter. Rush DT is Vernon Butler. So it's not going to be Vernon Butler, it's going to be Kawan Short now. Followed up by Vernon Butler, and then Richard Vasher. Rush right end is going to be Shaquem Griffin. Followed by Brian Cox. And then third is going to be, I guess we'll do Christian Miller. Rush left end is Brian Burns, followed by Christian Miller, and then Shaquem Griffin. Actually, Burns right there. Slot wide receiver is going to be Trent Taylor. Power back, halfback is Jordan Scarlett, of course. Third down back is Bryce Love. Long snapper, Matt Paradis. Kickoff specialist. Kick returner, punt returner. Strong safety, Eric Berry, followed by Chester Lockhart. Free safety, Trey Boston with Melvin Phillips backing him up. Corners, Dante, James, Greedy, Levi, and Greg. Right outside linebacker, of course, Shaquem Griffin, Christian Miller. Middle, Keekly, Thompson, Carter. Left outside linebacker, Burns, and Cox. D-tackle, Kawan Short is not going to be my starting D-tackle. It's going to be Luke Stamey, Richard Vasher, and Denario Red. Rush right end is not going to be Kerry Jackson. It's going to be Kawan Short. Actually, it will be Kerry Jackson. No, it's going to be Kawan Short first. So it would be Kawan Short backed up by Kerry Jackson. Left end is going to be Vernon Butler backed up by... I don't have a backup. So I guess we'll go ahead and make it... My backup is, or the backup for him is going to be, I guess, Richard Vasher. Nope. It's going to be Kerry Jackson. Because he's the backup right end. So it's going to be Vernon Butler starting and then Kerry Jackson backing him up. Right tackle, no real changes to any of those. Wide receiver, however... I know that Curtis is an 82, but I'm going to move him to third because he wasn't catching much. You know, he's 86 catching, 82 catching traffic, 87 awareness, 84 spec catch. So he just wasn't catching anything. So it's the in traffic stuff that he wasn't catching. So I'm going to get DK Metcalf to be my number 2. I have Curtis in the slot. And then we'll go ahead and move Trevante Godfrey to number 6. Other than that, I think we're set. I think everything's good. So that works for us. I appreciate the support from you guys. I will catch you guys next time. Today is Friday, so you will have no video tomorrow or Sunday, but possibly on Monday. Let me know, or I will stream if I can on Monday. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys still watching my stuff. You know, even though it's been spotty with the schedule and everything. If I do get the situation handled that I need to, and I can get into a new place and everything, it'll be great because I'll be able to stream more often. I'll be able to stream daily, every day, 5 days a week, or 7 days a week, and it'll be great. I'll be able to record more. It'll be fun. I'll be able to do more games. We'll get it figured out. Other than that, I appreciate the support. I hope to catch you guys next time, and have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and peace.